Hi guys, FrostFangs here and welcome back once again, of course, to another Paladins video. We're going to be playing some Ying today, Resonance Ying to be specific. We did Xin yesterday, she's right next to him. I haven't made a video on her since I think March, so I thought it only made sense to do an updated video on her and show off my updated setup. So I'm going to be focusing on Resonance. My other two have changed a little bit as well, so if you want to go ahead and see the updated versions of those, here they are. Whereas the Resonance one has been changed a little bit more than the other two, so that's kind of the reason why I wanted to focus the video on that, and also because the last two videos I made on Ying were on focusing lens, so it makes sense. Don't really need to spend too long here in the intro. I'll just go through the loadout really quickly and then we'll jump straight into some Onslaught because I want to focus this on Onslaught because that's where I think it works the best. We've got Spring Bloom, which gives us 2.5 seconds off of our Q whenever they die to an enemy, 2 ammo gem whenever we throw our Q out, 100 extra health. We then have Harmony 5, which lets us heal for 65% of the damage that we deal with Shatter, which also triggers on Resonance. And then level 1 Rewind, which just spawns a really low health illusion whenever we use our F, makes it really easy to actually get that 500 damage whenever you use your F to teleport away. But overall it is pretty straightforward and I have covered it before, so I don't want to spend too long here actually explaining stuff. I'd rather just actually jump into a game and show you because it really is a very kind of visual setup. Alright, well for game 1 we've got Onslaught Magistrate's Archives. We have a triple support setup with a Grok and a Grover. Names are going to kind of suck here. We've also got a Con and a Talus. I imagine at least one of those guys will be going for damage, so technically just a double support. And I guess obviously we're going for damage too. We're up against a Maeve, another Grover, a Drogoz, an Inara, and a Lian. So nothing there that counters us too bad. Drogoz can be kind of annoying because he's not really near our decoys very much. Would usually be a bit of a tough decision between Focusing Lens and Resonance just because Focusing Lens is actually pretty strong at the moment, but we'll stick to Resonance of course for the video and we'll grab the setup. We'll also start grabbing Morale Boost because Ying's ult is incredibly strong. We've got Faustin Bargain, Maelstrom, Stubble Bullets, and Deep Roots, so we're all kind of going for like a hybrid thing. Then they have Cat Burglar, Deep Roots, Tremors is kind of interesting, Fusillade, and then whatever that Lian goes for, so I guess she's going for Flying Inara. I guess let's just go run towards the middle and throw out some decoys and stuff. I feel like this is actually a pretty good place for me to sit. There's a Maeve on the right, so I'm wiggling forward a little bit. There's also a Drogoz behind me, so let's blink over here. I feel like a lot of the time when I'm playing Resonance Ying, I don't feel like I'm doing very much, and then you see the stat at the end and you have way more damage than you kind of expected just because your decoys are basically constantly just exploding and acting as kind of healing mines. Doing a pretty decent job so far, just kind of sitting at the back, trying to sit on the point when I can to get the credits and then throwing out my heals, although I'm probably not doing the best job of helping the people who are getting flanked by Maeve. She is nearly gone. Throwing out all the decoys. I guess I got rid of Maeve. Somehow did she fall off the map? I don't know how I killed her. I tapped her a little minute ago and I don't think she got hit by my decoy with like an explosion or anything. Went ahead and popped the ult, did just throw the Q down, got a bunch of damage because of it. Khan went ahead and grabbed the Inara. She's not looking too good, so maybe I should push up. She has walled herself kind of off. We are way over their score right now, but let's throw a decoy up there to teleport to it. Hello Drogoz, he's really low. Maybe we can finish him off. I can't see him. I'm trying to hit him, but luckily I'm not dead just yet. Thanks Grover for the heals. I've got like 1200 credits. I'm kind of just focusing all my attention on the objective though, especially with all the goddamn grabs Khan's pulling off. That is Drogoz going for. And all I'm going to blink away. He did just hit my decoy, which is something a lot of people actually don't know, and I always seem to bloody forget, is that Drogoz can actually punch your little decoys, or illusions I mean. I don't know why I call them decoys. That's what Charlene's things used to be called. These are just called illusions. Through the ult out again, just throwing out some little passive damage and chucking our little illusions down. Overall, I feel like I'm doing a pretty decent job so far. I haven't got a single death, so I guess that's worth something. Got nearly 2,000 goddamn credits. I don't feel like I've been doing too much damage. I've definitely been focusing on heals, but that's just because they haven't really been running on the point too much. We'll just throw another little illusion down, tap the Drogoz a little bit. Nice. That is Grok going for the ult. Lian is running in for some reason. I don't think she's playing, actually. That was really weird. I think I'm going to go ahead and try and dip back into spawn. I don't have any of my abilities up and Maeve is kind of on me. We can blink forward a bit. I guess that means we're fine. Yeah, we're fine. We can go ahead and finish off our goddamn morale boost because I've got so many credits and also get a little bit of Chronos. Even though it doesn't make a massive amount of sense, I feel like it'll help at least a little bit with my F getting up a little bit more often, my Q a tiny bit, because to be honest I feel like I really am spamming pretty much everything I've got. Drogoz is probably going to have a ton of damage this match because he's really the only person who's even been giving me any sort of trouble, and the Maeve occasionally. Grok went for the ult, Drogoz went for the ult, just completely denied him there. Jesus Christ, I think the Grover also put a bit of freaking damage on him, but I can't believe we actually stopped him. That was like a 3-man ult though. Talus went for it, Grok went for it, and then Drogoz did as well. We managed to just about stop him. He's already back though, which is kind of surprising. We'll go ahead and pop the ult and then blink over here. Yeah, sure, Lian's going for the ult again. I don't think that Lian's playing. I'm pretty sure this is a 4v5, but maybe not because she's playing like a person now. I think she might have been a bot earlier. Definitely seems like she's back though, because bots do not play like that. Inara is just kind of running in. She's using her little jump stuff. Finish her off. There we go. Just continuously throw our little decoys down. I don't know if Maeve's going to try and chase me here, but I've been pretty much sat in this back spot here the entire match, throwing out heals and throwing out little poke damage and shit. I've actually been doing pretty decent. That Drogoz is really low, but so is the Khan. Throwing out as much as I can. There goes the Drogoz. I don't know why he's playing so aggressively when he's low health. We'll go ahead and pop the ult. Freaking Grover's all the way in the back line, or Grok is all the way in the back line, I mean. Throwing out all these goddamn decoys, as much damage and healing as I can. I feel like I'm kind of a little bit helpless, even though I'm putting in a ton of effort here. Grover went for the ult there. I think that's Grok going for it as well. There goes there. Grover. Khan did just die, though. I'm just spamming out my decoys here. We're tripling their score, so honestly, we're doing pretty good. That is Drogoz going for the ult. He you went straight on the Khan. I was hoping you'd kind of go for me, but obviously the Khan makes more sense. We're bloody 10 points off the win. We've pretty much doubled their score. Well done, team. I haven't got a single death, but I'm only on a 26 streak, which is kind of underwhelming. Either way, can't really complain about how I've done. Just trying to avoid the death to the Drogos. There is the ult with 396. We're pretty much at the end here. 396, and there is the victory. Well done, team. One hell of a match. I spent most of it just playing kind of carefully there because I didn't want to get a free death. But yeah, there we go. There are the stats for game 1. Feel like I did decent. I definitely could have done better if I wasn't playing so carefully, but honestly, the fact that I have 0 deaths there makes me kind of happy, so I'll take the trade-off. Let's quickly go through them top to bottom, though. Khan did a pretty damn good job. A lot of those deaths were because of the Drogos ulting him, so the fact that he has 5 there makes it look a little bit worse than it was. He has 300 goddamn seconds on the point, a decent amount of damage, decent amount of shielding, and overall, just a pretty decent stat. I feel like we did pretty decent. We ended off with a 29 streak. 100 seconds on the point definitely could have been better, but I was playing a little bit further back because mainly Khan was on the thing the entire time, so I didn't really need to be. Damage-wise, we did pretty decent, and same thing with the heals. We had a pretty damn good amount of damage there. We came second on our side and also top healing on our side, so I'll take it. I'd say Grover did a very similar thing. He has 10k less damage and 20k less heals, but overall a really good stat. Talus did pretty decent. Grok actually shredded there, 1542k. He was actually playing very forward, but it seemed to work out for him. He did a great job. As for their side, Drogos was a massive pain in the ass alongside the Maeve, but the rest of them I didn't really pay too much attention to. Grover actually healed for a ton, but they did have an Anara who was obviously just soaking it all up. She did, I guess, okay, but definitely could have done quite a bit better. And then Leon has a surprisingly high amount of damage there. I think she was playing decently when she was connected, but I think she did DC a couple times, but I can't really say for sure. She didn't cause me too much trouble. It really was just the Drogos and the Maeve for me. Overall, a pretty solid match. It's kind of surprising we won by such a large margin because stats-wise there, it does not look like a 200-point difference, but yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and just re-queue and jump into another one. Alright, well, we've got King of the Hill Marauders Port as the map for game 2. We've got a Victor, we've got a Vivian, an Ashe, and an Eevee. Shoutouts to Skal, Joski, and Sasara. I have no idea if I'm saying those names right. Shoutouts also to Infestus. His name sounds like a JRPG poison move, but I guess we're not actually going to be playing this match because Shronk didn't make a selection. I like the name Shronk. It's a shame he didn't pick. Whenever that happens, I usually just cut it out of the video, but the fact that there were 3 people there that had seen my stuff, I feel like I should leave it in just to give those guys a shout out, and also the name Shronk kind of made me laugh. Alright, well, for game 3, we've got another Onslaught Marauders Port. We also have Victor, who I'm pretty sure was in the last lobby. That's kind of interesting and surprising. We've also got a Kinessa locked in there, who I think I might have played with before. We then have an Anara and a Lian as our last 2 picks. I'm pretty sure I played with that Lian as well. We're up against a Strix, a Corvus, an Eevee, a Genos, and an Andro. So nothing there that counters as too bad as far as I can tell. The Eevee and the Andro could definitely shred us quite a bit as the flanks, but other than that, pretty standard stuff all round. Although I guess we have a bit of an advantage because we have an Anara on Onslaught, but we are a solo support this time around, so we'll go ahead and grab Resonance, the setup, and then we'll also get a little bit of morale boost. For talents, we've got Burst Mode, we've got Reposition, we've got Eminence and Treacherous Ground. That should help us quite a bit. We're up against Wormhole. Power Cosmium is going to be kind of annoying. Nocturnal, Curse Revolver, and Spreading Influence. So overall, really standard stuff other than the Power Cosmium and Treacherous Ground, which is a little bit different. I guess I should get some Resilience. I feel like that's kind of a dumb decision, but I really don't want to freaking die to General Script over and over again, but I guess he might not be paying too much attention to me. We'll see. If the General kind of ignores me, I guess I'll just leave it at level 1 and we'll level the other stuff. I don't imagine it'll be a massively long game, so it shouldn't matter too much. Hello, Eevee, who's trying to kind of jump me a little bit here. We'll just continuously throw out our stuff, and Art is paying a decent amount of attention to me. She is kind of running in a little bit here. Her animations are very, very busted. I don't know. Seems to be struggling quite a bit at getting rid of me here. I guess just because we're healing ourselves with our 2 little decoys. She really is just continuously going at me here. Victor is finally here to give me a hand, and she is gone. Well done, Victor. I probably should have been paying more attention to healing the Anara, but I'm kind of surprised that Eevee took so long to try and get rid of me. Sadly, Anara did just die, even though I had the double little decoy there. Anjo is nearly gone. Just died to the Strix. Didn't even really realize they had one. I think Akinessa was doing a good job of keeping him at bay. We're going to blink over here, then blink back and just pressure the Eevee. Yeah, sure. Go ahead and throw in... Oh, that was a really weird play. Eevee seems to be trying to get rid of me, but she is definitely struggling a bit. They also seem to be trying to get rid of the Nessa, but they seem to be struggling with that as well. Let's blink over here and then blink back. I did do the animation, but yep, I'm dead. I guess I should get Resilience for that, but I'm probably going to die before Resilience even helps me, so I guess it's probably not even worth getting. Just going to keep throwing out my decoys. Managed to block the reversal there kind of funnily. We'll throw the Q out again. Eevee is now ulting me, but I'm pretty sure we're fine. She's kind of running in a little bit here. General's just grabbed the Victor. I'm going to go ahead and throw my Q up and teleport to that, because I think it's probably better for me to be up here at the moment. Hello, Eevee. Again, is this entire goddamn match just going to be me avoiding the Eevee? Who knows? We'll go ahead and blink back round again. Currently just trying to avoid the Strix whilst throwing up my decoys at a bit of an angle. Corvus is pushing up. Eevee is still giving me some trouble, though. She's gone. Thank you, Blean. As long as the Eevee's not on me and the Strix can't see me, I think we're fine, but that's kind of hard to avoid both at once. That's Andro going for the ult. I guess I'm going to try and poke him, getting tapped a little bit here. We'll throw the decoy and blink to it. Yeah, sure, I'm still alive, but that Andro is chasing. I am 100% dead here, right? I must be, surely. I really am trying to juke, but the Eevee's there as well. I'm definitely gone. At least we dealt a bit of damage before I I died and distracted them for a little bit. I'm getting focused quite a bit though, it feels like this match. Just gonna keep throwing out my stuff. That is the Strix with the blind. I did try and throw my Q to teleport to it, but I didn't even realize he was so pushed up. Nessa got rid of him. Leanne is dead to the Anjo. Inara is quite pushed up. Why is the camera so zoomed on Kanessa? Leanne just said, troll Ying. Victor said, yep. How are they expecting me to heal them when I'm dead? I don't get it. I feel like overall I've been doing a decent job, but I guess Leanne's gonna report me. Just kind of sitting here throwing out my illusions because the Strix is over there on left and I'm kind of able to avoid him here. Anjo's going for an ult. I'm going to go ahead and throw mine out. I didn't really need to. I don't think the Eevee knows where I'm at. Strix is now there. Okay, let's blink up to the top. That's not really where I wanted to go, but we can not blink here, please. Okay, thank you. I don't understand Ying's blink thing. Confuses the hell out of me sometimes, but let's get some little taps down there. Throw little decoys out. There goes the Genos. We can throw another one. Strix is there at the back. He is by far giving me the most amount of trouble. We'll teleport down here. Hello, Eevee. She's now going for an ult. I'm definitely dead here. Try my best to throw out my Qs here and just kind of pushing up on me and the Leanne. We'll throw another one just there. They kind of work well as like little bodyguards as well, because if they destroy them they take like 500 damage and I get like a massive reset. Genos is really low. There we go. Nice. Corvus ulted there for some reason. Seems like we're pretty much at the end of the match here. We managed to get a 100-point lead. We're literally about 10 points off. Gonna blink around a little bit. I went ahead and popped the ult, kind of unnecessary, but like I said, we're at the end of the game, so I might as well. Makes my stat look a little bit better. I just tapped the Strix a bit and there is the victory. Well done. As much as the team think I did badly, I feel like I did fine. But anyway, yeah, there we go. There are the stats for match 2. Kanessa did pretty decent. Feel like we did fine. 1723, 38k. Definitely didn't do great on damage, but 66k heals isn't terrible. I'd say Victor also did a pretty decent job, and Ara stuck to the objective a ton. Then Leanne did alright, but she didn't have as much damage as the others. She still did pretty good. For their side, Corvus did pretty decent. Strix was definitely a pain. Anjo was definitely a pain. The Eevee has a bit of a worse stat than I was expecting there, but she did have a decent amount of trouble getting rid of me. And I guess Genos also had a pretty average stat, but overall I think we do deserve the win. I'm kind of surprised we managed to get a 100-point lead because it felt pretty close. Shouts to Scolding Animal and possibly also the Eevee. I'm not sure. He just said lol and then haha. I don't really know what he's finding so funny, to be honest, but I'm going to go ahead and just re-queue for another one, I guess. I would definitely say that was a bit more of an awkward situation to use Resonance Ying, and we would have been better off going for a full support setup there or a full damage setup with like focusing lens and stuff, because this way of playing her is always kind of a hybrid setup, and I feel like there that didn't really work too well because they didn't have a tank on their side and we were also getting flanked a ton. Alright, well, for game 3 we got Onslaught Magic's Archives again to finish it off. We got a Cassie, we got a Tiberius, a Talus, and seemingly also an Ash or a Khan. And for their side we're up against an Ando, an Io, a Willow, a Koga, and a Dredge. So overall not a terrible team to go up against there. They have a bunch of blast damage to get rid of our decoys and give us a bit of free damage and reset. Of course I'll go ahead and grab the exact same setup and then morale boost. We got Vortex Grip for the counter, I guess, against the Nando. We got Exaction, we got Faustian Bargain, we've also got Predatory Instincts. Then for their side we're up against Scorn. Blood Reaper is kind of interesting. Lifelink, Hurl, and then whatever the Nando grabs, because he hasn't picked anything yet. At least this time we're on the opposite side to the one we started the goddamn video off on, so at least I got a bit of a different perspective. Willow is throwing down some stuff. We'll throw out the Q there and kind of sit in this little corner here, contesting the point. Hello, Koga, why are you running in the middle on no health? Cassie is gone. She'll push up quite a bit. I do need to remember to actually spread the decoys out a little bit, because or else they clear both of them at the exact same time and I have nothing out to heal. Throw the Q up there, blink to it. Doesn't seem like our Tiberius or our Talus have moved for some reason. Okay, Talus is here at least, and there is a Tiberius as well. He hasn't got any items though. Not really sure what's going on with that one, but there goes Cassie to the Dredge. I'm going to go ahead and throw out the ult. We might as well. Not really much point saving it. There goes the IO. Get a little tap or two over there on the Dredge. There goes Koga. There goes Willow. Why is everybody running around on no health or sitting in spawn? I'm very confused. This is a weird match. Seems like our Cassie's a bot because she's moving around like one, so I guess we don't have a Cassie. Like I said not too long ago in a video recently, the servers are mostly back to how they were before everything went downhill, so it's really good to actually be able to kind of play normally without having to deal with like consistent lag and stuff. Definitely isn't perfect though, because I do still have matches that are sometimes bad, but the percentage of bad games is significantly lower than it was before. Even in this match, like the symbol pops up every now and again and my ping jumps up to like 125, even though the ping counter isn't very accurate. So yeah, like I said, it's much better than it was, but definitely not perfect. Blink over here, blink back again, throw the decoy up there to blink to that. Okay, I guess I managed to actually escape there. We've got 700 crits, might as well buy some in. Bit of a shame that our Cassie isn't playing because she is just repeatedly running in and dying, but there goes the Nando any second. Goddamn IO healing him up. I really should be paying more attention to her. We'll just continuously throw Q to maybe keep the Cassie alive a little bit longer, but she is just giving him free goddamn damage and credits. There's some more hits on the IO. She's very low. That is her going for the ult. Sure, Dredge is going for it as well. He's actually still alive. I think he timed his Q well enough there to actually not take any damage from it, which is kind of impressive. Couldn't really tell if it was accidental or not, but it doesn't really matter. We'll throw the Q up there, blink to it, go for the ult, and I guess pressure this Dredge. He does heal from his hurl, so maybe we won't be able to beat him here, but I'm going to put an effort in. There we go. Thanks, Talos, for the help. Koga went for the ult. He is dead, I imagine, here any second. Oh, okay, frame rate dipped massively, but there's a bunch of us Kronos here on the point, so it kind of makes sense. Nando kind of running in, can't hit him with the grab, so he should be dead. We're actually kind of synergizing quite well now for some reason. I think Cassie might be back, but probably not. Did actually manage to regain quite a bit of the score there. I'm trying to finish off the dredge, but he's really, really low. Willow is kind of blasting our Khan a little bit. We'll throw a decoy over. Tiberius went for the ult. Hello, IO. You're on like no health. Can I finish her off? She's got like one little tick. There we go. Just about managed to do it. Let's fight the dredge a little bit over there as well, because our damage doesn't drop off too hard. Popped the ult. Dredge went for the ult as well. There goes the dredge and the Koga. We'll throw a little Q there. Oh, okay. She's using her abilities kind of weird, but we're actually kind of winning now. Willow is going for the ult on like 2 health, so she's out. Nando should be gone here any second. Khan hitting him with the grab. Again, I'm not using my detonate very much. I'm sure you probably noticed if you've been paying attention to like my cooldowns and stuff. I don't really need to, just because of how aggressively I'm throwing my Qs out, and you know, I'm usually healing with them if they're not like getting destroyed and stuff. I feel like I worded that really weirdly, but basically I don't need to use the right click, which is why I haven't really been using it. We are genning the ult at kind of a ridiculous pace. I used it like a couple seconds ago and I'm already at 50%. I'm just throwing out decoys, pressuring the enemy team, kind of just being as annoying as I possibly can. We'll blink in, blink away, go for the ult. There we go, because even if we die, it does kind of linger. Had like 2,000 credits, so I'm going to stop back in spawn, finish off Kronos, and I guess also get a little bit of Haven. Dredge went for the ult there for some reason. I think Talos just went for the ult on the dredge. Fair enough. Tiberius is doing flips. I don't know really what his plan is here. He's dead. I feel like overall I've actually been doing pretty decent this match, but we're actually getting kind of battered now again. We managed to recover it for a while, but they've pulled back the score. There is the ult again. Definitely done the best this match out of the 3 we've played, that's for sure. We do kind of go back and forth with the enemy team, but I think they are better overall. Once again, we kind of recovered our score. That Nando is really low. Willow is going for the ult. To be honest, I feel like I should have got bloody cauterized with how many shots I'm throwing out here. Nando went for the ult. I threw mine out as well. I'm just throwing everything I've got here kind of at the enemy team, and I still feel like I'm not doing enough. It is a really close match right now. We could definitely still lose this. We need to just try and hold down the point. Can't hit him with the grab, but they are all just there. I'm going to go ahead and throw the ult because we got a bunch of damage with the Q, which gave me enough meter. Spamming the Koga. There we go. He's gone. Throw another Q out. Jesus Christ. Still really, really close. I'm throwing out my decoys, but it's just not enough. We're actually coming to the end of the countdown here as well. That's IO for the ult. I don't know if I died, but there is the defeat. I feel like they do deserve the win. We also didn't have a Cassie, so it was 4v5. I don't know if they actually had all 5 of their team or not, but overall it was a good match even if we did lose. It was really close though. Closer than it probably should have been. And there we go. There are the stats for game 3. By far the best one we had out of this set, so I'm really glad I decided to end it off with this. We went 7-1, 27, 28 streak, 160 seconds on the point, 110k damage, and 120k heals. I could not complain whatsoever. We totaled with a 230k freaking stat there. Mental. Especially when you consider the goddamn setup we were running there. That is surprisingly goddamn good. As for everybody else, Cassie was a bot for pretty much that entire game, as you can see. Tiberius did alright, definitely could have done better. Talos, same thing with the Khan. He did set up a lot of plays, but overall I think as a team there, we could have played better. I feel like I should not have that much above everybody else. As for their side, IO has basically the exact same amount of healing as us, but she has nearly half of our damage, so I think we did a pretty good job. The dredge was pretty damn annoying because he wasn't really getting cleared very much. I feel like 7 of those deaths, I probably had like 3 of them. Koga and Willow did okay, but they were both playing a little bit weird, and then Nando did pretty damn decent, 90k damage there. He has the highest damage stat other than me, so really, really solid match. We definitely lost because of the fact that we didn't have a Cassie, because if she was even mediocre, that would have been enough for us to pull through with the win. But either way, it did also kind of even it out a little bit, so I don't know. There we go, though. That was Resonance Ying. Feel like I did a good job of showing it off. Not really much else I could do or say, to be honest. So yeah, I'm just going to end the video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, of course, let me know what you want to see me do next. I'll see you all very, very soon, and as always, stay frosty.